Thank you, Pastor Tome. Thank you, members of City Council. Thank you, Commissioner Driehaus, for being here today on this sad day. Earlier this morning, I tried my best to reach out to victims' families. I was able to speak with Cynthia Newcomer, whose husband was killed yesterday. She told me that Richard had spent over 30 years in the construction industry for Turner and Gilbane. And she said, through tears, that she was proud that her husband helped build this city, that he loved this city, that he loved the Bengals, that he was Cincinnati. We are Cincinnati strong today, in part because we stand on the shoulders of everyday people who build this city, who go to work, who do their job, whether they're like Ludus Calderon from Florida, trying to make a better living for family, or somebody from India here to live the American dream, or Richard, who builds the buildings that we work in. Let's give them a round of applause for what they do and who they are. And let's pray for Brian Sarver and Whitney Austin that they have a full and speedy recovery. I also want to take a minute to really try to explain to you the incredible bravery and heroism of our first responders, our police and fire, the security guards who were unarmed and helped people avoid getting shot, 911 callers. And let me start with that. For those of you who heard what happened at the press conference earlier today, you heard a 911 call of a woman locking herself in the grader's bathroom, calling 911. And that 911 operator was the height of professional and was telling her that things are going to be okay and that help was on the way. As you all know, it's been a rough couple months for 911. And they did their job, and they helped get the officers here in a hurry. We know that the firefighters and the security guard and the FBI help save lives, administer triage, get people to ambulances. And there were a lot of police officers that literally ran into a gunfight. Police officer Jennifer Chilton, police officer Antonio Etter, police specialist Greg Toyez, and police officer Eric Kaminsky. They engaged the threat. They knew that more lives were going to be lost if they didn't go after and eliminate the threat. And so they did not worry about their own safety. They went in and they eliminated the threat. Now, you've seen some of the footage. I've seen some of the footage, not all of it. But I did get the chance yesterday to watch the body camera from police officer Jennifer Chilton. And I got to tell you, I have never been more frightened. And I was in the safety of the police district watching this after the fact, of seeing her come out of her car on Walton, run around the building, and literally have this guy shoot at her and shoot at her partner, Greg Toyez, as she is firing back. It is harrowing. It is scary. And yet that's what those officers did. After they were able to kill the man and secure the scene, as they were securing inside the lobby, was able to see her go in with her partners as they were trying to get people to safety and to help the victims. Well, there was a woman that I saw who was hiding under the receptionist's desk, literally in the middle of the crossfire. I can't even imagine how frightened and frightening that would have been, because I'd just seen the gunfight on the camera. And we literally see her come out for the first time. And the fear and scare on her face is something that I will never forget. But it was also followed up by what I interpreted to be enormous relief that the cavalry showed up, that the good guys were there. I don't want to know exactly what the officer said to her, but it was something like, "It's okay now, you're safe, you're with us." And that's who our police are. That's who our responders are. They're people that run into danger and protect as many people as they can. And we are so sorry for the loss of life, but I promise you dozens were saved because of the heroism of those officers, and let's give them a round of applause. So here we are at Fountain Square, and the waters keep flowing. They were flowing before we were born, and they're going to flow after we are gone. This city is strong. This city will continue. Today, we are Cincinnati sad, and as Pastor Tome said, we may also be Cincinnati angry, and those are righteous feelings. But I suggest also that if we can keep the memories of Richard Newcomer, Prudie Raj Kadepi, and Luis Calderon eternal, then these waters will flow eternally with pride, and Cincinnati will be strong eternally. Thank you very much. And as we hope for these waters to give us a new day, let us hear from Sylvia Mitchell and Paul Patterson of the Cincinnati Symphony Orchestra, who will provide a musical offering as we light a candle in remembrance.